Good day everyone, this is Mr. Brian Bulactin again at your service. So for today's video, we'll be talking about illustration of combination of objects, and we will be solving also problems involving combination. So stay tuned and learn with me. Number 1, winning in a contest. Winning in a contest is a permutation because places in a contest like first, second, third, and so on denote order or arrangement. Like for example, first placer is Brian, second placer is Rowena, and third placer is Brennan. It is not the same if you'll say first placer is Brennan, second placer is Brian, and third placer is Rowena. So meaning the first set is different from the second set because the order is important. There is an arrangement, meaning a change in the position denotes a different order. So number 1 is a permutation. Number 2 example is assigning seats to guests at dinner. Ang pangalawang halimbawa ay isang permutation. Ito ay permutation because assigning seats to guests denotes order. So, merong pagkasunod-sunod, merong arrangement, kaya permutation siya. Choosing 5 questions to answer out of 10 questions in a test. Our third example, the main task is to choose 5 questions from a set of 10 questions. Pipili ka lang ng 5 katanungan or 5 tanong galing sa set ng 10 questions. So, pipili ka lang. Meron bang order dyan? Meron bang pagkasunod-sunod? May sinabi bang kailangan ganito ang mauna, ganito ang pangalawa, ganito ang pangatlo? Diba? Walang sinasabing order or arrangement dahil pipili ka lang ng 5 at itong 5 tanong ay of equal importance. Pag ganyan, pag walang order, pag walang hierarchy, pag walang arrangement, it is combination. And I'm going to talk about combination later so that you'll understand it more. Now, let's proceed to the fourth example. Entering the PIN or personal identification number of your ATM card. So siguro, yung mga magulang ninyo, lalo na yung mayroong trabaho, meron silang ATM card. And if you happen to be with your parents in withdrawing money or depositing money, alam nyo na ang PIN or personal identification number ay unique yan. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang PIN mo ay 1234, you cannot open your account even if you are using the same digits if the digits are not arranged. Like for example, if your PIN is 1234 and then you are trying to open it using 4231, you cannot open your account because order is important. So number 4 is an example of permutation. Now let's proceed to the 5th example. Forming triangles from 6 distinct points in which no 3 points are collinear. So gagawa tayo ng triangles gamit ang 6 na points na not collinear, meaning not forming a line. So, pag ganito, pag gagawa tayo ng triangles, hindi ito permutation dahil walang pagkasunod-sunod. Hindi naman sinabi na kailangan na ang una mong piliin ay itong point na ito. Ang pangalawa ay itong point na ito. Ang pangatlo ay point na ito. So, order is not important here. Arrangement of the points is not also mentioned. Therefore, it is combination. Dahil, kapag meron kang triangle na ang points na gamit ay A, B, C, you are still referring to the same triangle if you'll have CBA. So triangle ABC is just the same with triangle CBA or triangle BAC. So, pag ganyan, hindi importante ang order, hindi importante ang arrangement ng letters dahil ang triangle ABC at triangle BAC at triangle CBA ay magkakapareho. So, the fifth example is a combination. Now, let's have this problem. Suppose you were assigned by your teacher to be the leader of your group for your project. You were given the freedom to choose 4 of your classmates to be your group mates. If you choose Ira, Belle, Charlie, and Dave, does it make any difference if you choose instead Charlie, Ira, Dave, and Belle? What do you think is the answer? Well, the answer to this question is, of course not. Because the list refers to the same people. Each selection that you could possibly make is what we call combination. So, sa problema, order or arrangement is not important because the 4 persons or the 4 classmates that you're going to choose are of equal importance. I've been talking about combination in my previous examples, and this is the perfect time to introduce it to you guys. So what is combination? Combination is defined as follows. If there is a set S with n elements, and if R is a non-negative integer less than or equal to n, then each subset of S containing R distinct elements is called combination of S. Siguro, nahahabaan kayo sa definition ng combination. But actually, guys, if you are going to interpret or to illustrate the definition of combination by a formula, this is equal to the combination of n taken R is equal to n factorial over r factorial times the quantity of n minus r factorial. And I'm going to explain it further to you by illustrating or by illustration. So now, I'm going to give you keywords that will help you in identifying whether a given problem is a combination or not. And these are the keywords: choosing, forming, selecting, organizing, and the like. But again, it doesn't mean that if you can read choosing, forming, selecting, and organizing words in a situation, automatically combination na siya. No, you still have to read the problem and understand the problem. These are just keywords. You have to bear in mind that if we're talking about combination, order is not important. Walang order, walang arrangement. The formula for combination is the combination of n taken R is equal to n factorial over r factorial, the quantity of n minus r factorial. So you have noticed that the formula is quite close to that of permutation. Nagkakaiba lang sila dito. Sa permutation, you have n factorial over the quantity of n minus r factorial. Nadagdagan ng r factorial, that is for combination. It is because in combination, you have noticed that there are objects that will be counted the same. With this formula in combination, you could tell that the results are smaller than that of permutation. So if you have, for example, so let's say you're given 10, n is equal to 10 and r is equal to 2. The permutation of 10 taken to is 90. And I guess you know how to do it, okay? So this time, let us try to solve it using combination formula. Let's compare the result, okay? If you're going to use the formula, you will have combination of the n will be replaced by 10. Copy, comma. Then you have r will be replaced by 2 is equal to n. Replace it with 10. So that is 10 factorial over r will be replaced by 2, 2 factorial, quantity n will be 10 minus 2 factorial. Now you simplify it further. This becomes 10 factorial over 2 factorial, 8 factorial. And how is factorial again? How are you going to express it in expanded form? So 10 factorial can be expressed as 10 times 9 times 8 factorial. So maybe you ask, why did I stop at 8 factorial? It is because merong 8 factorial sa denominator. So you copy 2 factorial is equal to 2 times 1. Then copy 8 factorial. Pwede rin sanang 8 factorial will be expressed as 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Dahil yan ang concept ng factorial. You're going to multiply the given number by the numbers before it until you reach 1. Pero dito, dahil meron tayong 8 factorial sa denominator, pwedeng mag-stop na tayo dito. Dahil pareho lang naman yan. If you're going to continue 8 factorial until 1 and you continue this until 1 also, pareho lang. Makakancel din. Okay? So you can have 10 times 9 over 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So, you have an option here. Pwedeng you multiply 10 and 9, then you divide it by 2, or pwede rin you factor your 10 to be able to cancel the denominator. So, pwede yan. 10 has the following factors. What are the factors of 10? You have 5 times 2. So, these are the factors of 10. Then, you copy 9. You need not to factor 9 dahil ang factors ng 9 are 3 and 3. Ito ang nasa denominator. So, our target here is to cancel the denominator, and that is possible only if you can express any of the numbers in the numerator as factors similar to the denominator. Target natin na tanggalin to. Kaya, we factor 10 by 5 times 2 dahil may 2 dito. Ang 9, wag mo nang i-factor dahil ang factors ng 9 ay 3 at 3. Hindi pwedeng i-cancel. So, you copy 9 over 2. Cancel, cancel. So, what are left are, pwedeng dito na lang siguro, you have 5 times 9. And what is 5 times 9? 5 times 9 is 45. So the combination of 10 taken 2 is 45. The permutation of 10 taken 2 is 90. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. That in combination, granted that you are given the same numbers for n and r, combination would always have a smaller result than permutation. Now, let's say you're given the combination of 8 taken 5. What is the value of the combination? So, our value of n here is, what is our value of n? Our n is 8. Our r is 5. To solve for the combination, the value of the combination, we will be using the formula. So, by applying the formula, you will have combination of, i-copy, 8 taken 5 is equal to n factorial. So, replace n with 8. So, you have 8 factorial over r factorial. Replace it with 5. So, 5 factorial quantity n. So, that is 8 minus 5 factorial. you simplify it further and it becomes 8 factorial over 5 factorial. I-minus ra ng duha. 8 minus 5. Pila man na? 3 factorial. Are we done? Hindi pa. It's not yet the final answer because may nakikita pa tayong factorial symbols here. So you're going to express 8 factorial in expanded form as well as 5 factorial and 3 factorial. So, let's continue it here. Ito ay magiging 8 factorial ay magiging 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial. Okay, why did I stop at 5 factorial? It is because merong 5 factorial sa denominator. Okay? And then, 3 factorial will be expressed as 3 times 2. Pwedeng hindi mo na isali yung times 1 dahil ang 1 naman sa multiplication ay parang wala lang. Any number multiplied by 1 is always equal to that number. So, you may not include 1 here. So, 3 times 2 is the expanded form of 3 factorial. So, kinopya ko lang yung 5 factorial dahil merong 5 factorial sa numerator para makancel siya. Okay? And then, 3 times 2, yung nasa denominator, 3 times 2 is, ito ay equal to 6. Meron tayong 6 sa numerator. Kaya, you can cancel 6. So, what are the numbers left in the fraction? You have, ano yung natira sa numerator? 8 times 7. Meron pa bang natira sa denominator? Wala na. Wala nang natira sa denominator, so ito na lang. Is equal to 8 times 7, 56. So the combination of 8 taken 5 is 56. There you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video and thank you for learning combination with me. If you have questions about the content or about the topic, you can reach me through my FB account, Brian Bulactin, or you can send me through my email, brian.bulactin@deped.gov.ph. Till next time, thank you.